Hey everybody, Heather here. So today we're going to be coloring this Magnolia image called Tilda with heart spots. And I've already stamped my image with Memento Tuxedo Black ink on Nina 80-pound Solar White cardstock. So let's color. So I'm going to start out by outlining my image, and for that I'm going to use C0. And I'm going to go ahead and let's just start right here in the middle. So I'm just going to go lightly with a quick line all the way around my girl, and I don't worry about the bottom because I'm going to put some ground on there for her to stand on, so I didn't go all the way down. And back up, and she's got a little spot between her arm and her face right there that you can see the background, so I'm going to color that in. And I'm going to go up here and around all my little bows and around her face, back around this bow, and I'm not really worried about getting it on my girl or on her hair because I'm going to color right over it. It's such a light color that you hardly see it, but if you do get some on there and you want to erase it, just take your colorless blender and scrub it away. And like that, we went all the way around. Next, let's do the ground, and for that we're going to use W3, W2, W1, and W0. I'm going to start with my W3, and I always go up just a little bit past her shoe, or the ground. I don't want it to stop just right underneath. And I'll bring this one up just a little bit. Same over here. I think I'll add a little bit more right here. And then I go with W2. And I'll go right over that line, soften it up just a little bit. W1. And you can go as far out or as little as you like. And then this is W0. And then I like to go back with my darkest color and add the shadows back in, and for that I have W3 again. So next, let's work on our skin, and for that we're going to use E11, E21, E00, E000, and for cheeks I'm going to use R20 and R30. I'm going to start with my E11 first, and let's go down here and start on her legs. So we're going to go with our E11, and just draw a little bit of line there on the inside, and she's got this little spot here for her knee that I'm going to go underneath. Same for this, I'm going to go down the inside of her leg, and I try to avoid the little hearts. I didn't want to color those. And then I'm going to grab E21. And I'm going to brush right on the edge of that line and pull it out just a bit. And then of course we want to go underneath this little knee spot she's got. And work my way along. And I'm going to grab E00. Like so. And bring that out just a little bit. With this color, I didn't worry if I got a little bit on the hearts because it's light, so the red I'm going to color over it would color over it nicely. And then E000. Same with her shoe. I got a little bit on her shoe right there, but since I'm going to color in brown, I'm not worried about that. Okay, I'm liking that. And if you wanted to do it a second time, you could. So next, let's go work on our arms. Again, I'm going to start with my E11. And so let's do E11 down the back of this arm. I'm going to go out just a little bit because her elbow's got a little kink right there. Like that. And then let's do the bottom of this arm. And again, she's got a little elbow thing there I'm going to color in. And let's do the inside and right here where her arm is kinked up. And then let's do her hand like that. Okay, and then we're going to grab E21. And again, you're brushing right over the edge of that line. I'm going to bring this side up just a little bit. And again, I'm trying to avoid those little hearts. I don't want to get, this is kind of a dark color and I don't want it to mess with my red that I put on there. And then E00. And this one I'm not worried about. Red will cover that up. And then E000 to fill it in. Next we have her face. So again, E11 to start. And she's got a little bit of her neck showing, so I'm going to grab just a little dab in there. And then I think I'll do, let's do down from her bangs and go over this way. Like this. And then E21. And with my E21, I'm going to do this side. And then I want to add into her neck down here. Let's fill that little space at the left in there. And then E00. Go along that line. And then E000 to fill it in. And then I'm going to add some cheek color, and for that I'm going to start with R20. And she's got just a little bit of a dot showing over here, so I'm just going to add a little bit on this side. And then over here on this side, I'm using the dots that are there as a reference, and I colored right over that little teardrop she's got there. And then R30 to just soften the edges. And then I want to go back with my skin tone, so I've got E11. I'm just going to flick that color just a little bit. So I use my flicking so that I can soften the end there. And then E21. Let's do this side. And then E00. And then E000 to fill it in. And then if your cheeks have gotten too light and you want to darken them up, I go back over it again with my colors for my cheeks, my R20, my R30, and then I brush over the whole thing again with my E000. But I'm liking how pink they are, so I'm going to leave them just like that. Next, let's work on her hair, and for that we're going to use E29, E27, E25, and E23. I'm going to start with my E29, and let's go over here and work on this cute little ponytail first. So she's got a little bow in here, and there's a little scrunchie right here, but right between the bow also is a little section of hair, so I'm going to color that just a little dab. And then where it comes out of her scrunchie, I'm going to add some of my 29. And then I also want to add a little bit down here where it comes off the bottom of her hair. Add a few little streaks there. Next, let's do her bangs. So right up here, I'm going to start right here in the middle. And I'm going to kind of follow the little lines that she's got already on there for me. like that. And I want to go in the direction her hair is going. Like so. And did I go all the way over? There's a little bump right here too. I think I'll add a little bump right there. And then let's brush up a little bit from the bottom. Add a few little streaks in there. Clear around over here some bangs. And then she's got a little her little hair tie up here, so I'm going to add a little bit of color on this side of her hair tie. Same with this one, she's got a little hair tie. Like that. Then E27. So let's start up here on this pigtail over here again. And again, she's got that little section right here. I'm going to color that all the way in now. And let's add some streaks. And just work our way around adding some more color here. Add some more color over here. And then I think I'll add this color right down here where it's coming away from her head right here. She's got a little bit, and it kind of bumps in right there. So I'm going to skip a little bit of white space, and then I'm going to add a little bit of color over there. Like that. Then let's go with E25. So again, let's start over here on her pigtail. Add some color on there, and just work our way around on her hair again. Make sure, and I'm going to color in this little bump, and then bring some of this color up from the bottom. And this little pigtail. And then she's got a little bit of hair back here by the hair bow that I'm going to add this color onto. I figured that would be the lightest, so I didn't add any dark back there. And then E23 to fill it in. And you could also leave some white area. I'm never very good at that, so I usually tend to color it all the way in, but you can leave some white. Little highlights. I always think mine looks silly, but that's just my personal opinion of what I color like. Next, let's hop down here and do her boots, and for that I'm going to use E44, E43, E42, and E41. I'm going to start with my E44 and add some shadows. So let's get the inside of her boot right here. If you watched the last video, I said I needed to change the nib, and so I've done that, and it's coloring much better, a lot smoother. And I'm going to leave it like that, and let's go over here and do this little corner. And then let's go over here and bring some of this and go over the top of this little bump. Okay, same for this side. Let's go down this way. And there's already some great shadow little dots on there, so I just went ahead and used those. Like right here, there's some great little dots. So I'm going to go ahead and color those and then bring that out, following the dots. And this side, you can see the inside of her boot, so I'm going to color that in. And then let's do this little wrinkle. And come down like this. And I'm going to bring this little bump in a little bit more like so. Okay, so next let's do, zoom in maybe a little bit more there, E43. And so we just want to add a little bit more color, so I'm just going to color right over that line and just pull it out just a bit, not too much. Let's connect these. And I didn't worry about, she's got some little dots, I call them little holes in the top of her shoes, and the lace up here. I just colored right over those. I didn't worry about that. Okay, and I'm going to go with E42. And just color right over some of those lines, softening it up. And then fill it in with my E41. And there where I colored some of that skin tone on the boot, didn't matter, colored right over it. And this one's still looking a little blotchy over here, so I'm going to go over it again one more time. So next, let's go do her hair bows and her dress, and for that we're going to use R85, R83, R81, RV91, and RV000. So let's start up here for hair bow, and for that I'm going to start with R85, and I went ahead and just colored the center of the hair bow in, on both sides, and then for each of the hair bows I just gave it a little dab of color. And then I grabbed R83 and just went right over the top of that color and flicked out past just a little bit. R81. RV91. And that adds a little bit of a purple color, so you want to make sure to start down at the bottom. And then over the whole thing with RV000. And then we'll go down here and do our dress, and again we're going to start with R85. Let's add a little bit of shadows up here where her neck is touching her dress. Like that. And then let's go up the inside of the sleeve. Like so. And then I want to do these little ruffles she's got at the top. And I'm going to go down the inside of her dress. Like that. And then for the back, go down the back of her dress. And I'm going to exaggerate this little ruffle right there. She's got another one right here. And I'm going to pull this down along the bottom here. Okay. And then for her cute little sleeve right here, I want to go where her neck is touching, or her little cheeks touching it. And we're going to go down the back and up the front. And then I'm going to exaggerate again this little ruffle right here. Like that. Next, let's do R83. So again, you want to just go right over the top of that color just a little bit. Just going to soften that line. I did that side. Let's do this one a little bit. Pull this up just a tad bit more. Get our sleeve. Okay. And then I'm going to go with R81. Let's go around over here. And then we're gonna add a little purple, so we've got our RV 91. And again, you want to make sure that you add that to the whole area because it's adding a little bit of a purple color to it. Oops, I think I forgot to do my 81 in there. That's okay, we'll come back. Grab R81, I forgot to do the sleeve. And then I'll grab my RV91 to put some color in there. Okay, and then I'm going to take my RV000 to fill the rest of that area in. And then for the little ruffle down here on her sleeve, let's take our R85, and I'm just going to add a little bit right along the edge. And same down here. She's got a few little like pleats. I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow on some of those. Like that. Then I'm going to go with my R83 and add a little bit more. And then R81. And then RV91 to add some of that purple color. And I'm not being too careful, I'm just kind of dabbing it on at this point. And then I want to fill that in with my RV000. So for the hearts, I took my Spica glitter pen and lipstick, and I just went over each little heart. You could also use your red, any of your red Copics. I just wanted to add the little glitter, so I went in and just added my little Spica pen. It was quick and easy. I didn't have to worry really about going outside the lines either, because the pen was this pen was a lot easier to color with. There's one. Let's work our way around with her little hearts she's got going there. Like that. And then I took my Sharpie white paint pen. You shake it with the lid on. And then I just went up here and gave her cheeks a little dab of my white Spica pen, or my white Sharpie paint pen. And isn't she adorable? Very cute. And so here is Tilda with Heart Spots, the card all finished up. You get this great ribbon in there. I have her popped up on some pop dots here on her mat. And then there's this great flower all put together, and it kind of, I took my pen and kind of folded up the edges so that it's three-dimensional. So you can kind of pop it up there. And then of course you could take your Spica clear glitter pen and add some color to her hair, some stickles to her hair bows, whatever you wanted to do, make it all your own. So I hope you had fun coloring with me today. If you have a question, leave me a comment. I'm happy to answer all those questions. And make sure to hit the like button if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.